exciting changes are coming to Kansas City in 2025, from massive developments and community upgrades to infrastructure projects that could reshape entire neighborhoods. Whether you're a homeowner, an investor, or just thinking about making a move, what's coming next could impact you in a big way. These aren't just headlines. These projects could shift home values, change traffic patterns, boost rental demand, and bring more people to previously overlooked areas. And let's be honest, knowing what's ahead before everyone else, now that's a major advantage in real estate. Hi friends, welcome back to Living in Kansas City. I'm Cheryl McCormick with the Rob Ellerman team at Reese Nichols, Kansas City's #1 real estate team. And if you're looking to buy or sell in the Kansas City area, you're in the right place. Be sure to subscribe for weekly tours, market updates, and everything you need to know about life in Kansas City. So today, first, let's look at some of the hottest new developments to watch in Kansas City. First, we have the South Loop Link in downtown Kansas City. You've probably heard about this one. It's a massive infrastructure project that's turning part of I-670 into a green elevated park space connecting the crossroads with the Power and Light District. Imagine walking or biking over a park on top of a highway. It's one of the most ambitious projects Kansas City has taken on, and it will completely change the feel of downtown. So, how will this impact real estate? Well, properties nearby are already seeing increased interest. Lofts and condos in the crossroads and in the Power and Light District are now becoming hot again. Now let's go to the far south end of the city on the Kansas side to Bluhawk in Overland Park. If you haven't seen my video on Bluhawk, check it out after this one, but here's the scoop. Bluhawk is South Overland Park's fastest growing mixed-use development. Bluhawk is actually the first of its kind in the entire country, combining a massive sports complex, top-notch retail stores, great restaurants, and even residential spaces all in one location. From everyday shopping to weekend family outings, Bluhawk is likely to become the go-to for just about anything. Phase 1 is already open, and in 2025, Phase 2 will bring even more to the area. More restaurants and retail, more activity in the Advent Health Sports Park, and high-end apartments. If you want the convenience of a live, work, stay, and play lifestyle in one spot, but you like that suburban feel, you're definitely going to want to check out Bluhawk, and it's located in the #1 ranked Blue Valley School District. But if you're looking for that same live, work, stay, and play atmosphere as Bluhawk, but you want to be on the Missouri side, be sure to check out Discovery Park in Lee Summit. Now let's head out to the west side of Kansas City on the Kansas side to the Panasonic battery plant in DeSoto in western Johnson County. This $4 billion project is going to bring more than 4,000 new jobs to the region, and that number doesn't even include support and supplier businesses. If you live anywhere from Olathe to Lawrence, Gardner, and Lenexa to Spring Hill, this could impact traffic, housing demand, and prices. So what about real estate in this area? The rental market is exploding in these areas, and we're already seeing early signs of increased buyer competition in the surrounding areas. So now let's look at real estate. Which residential communities are expanding in 2025? The majority of expansion is taking place in the outer fringes of the Kansas City metro area. In particular, we have South Olathe, Spring Hill, and Gardner on the Kansas side. Those are exploding with new builds due to affordability and access to major highways. On the Missouri side, Liberty and Kearney in the Northland are also seeing growth thanks to new schools and retail on the way. And in Missouri on the southeast side, Raymore is a growing and thriving community. Raymore is also where the popular community of Creekmore is located. Creekmore, which I recently toured in one of my videos, is a hidden gem with lake and golf living at a great price point. Be sure to check out my full video on Creekmore for more information about this awesome community. Now let's look at city and infrastructure upgrades in Kansas City. First, let's talk about new roads and transit. Just about everywhere you drive in the Kansas City metro, you're going to encounter road construction. KDOT and MoDOT are continuing expansion work on US 69 and I-435. And while this is definitely a driving headache right now, Once the expansion is completed, this is going to ease congestion and improve commute times in Johnson County on the Kansas side and in the Northland on the Missouri side. We just need to be patient to reap those benefits. And one of the things that everyone is excited about in Kansas City is the Kansas City streetcar extension, which is expected to open by late 2025. This expansion will finally connect Union Station to UMKC, making the downtown area more easily accessible and attractive. So now let's look at new schools and parks. On the Kansas side, the #1 ranked Blue Valley School District is opening a new middle school in South Overland Park, which is fairly close to the Bluhawk development. And the nearby Spring Hill School District just passed a bond to add on to 3 of its elementary schools, as well as add a 30,000 square foot career and technical education addition and a 5,000 square foot commons expansion at Spring Hill High School. And on the Missouri side, Liberty and Lee Summit are expanding middle school campuses and investing in STEM-focused learning. And several communities on both the Kansas and Missouri sides of the city, including Lenexa and Lee Summit, are planning new parks, trail systems, and community centers. So how will these improvements affect the real estate market in Kansas City? Areas near infrastructure improvements like Olathe, DeSoto, and the UMKC corridor are likely to see increased buyer interest. And rental demand is going up near job growth zones, especially around the Panasonic plant in DeSoto and downtown. But here's the flip side. As interest rates fluctuate, not all areas are going to see equal appreciation. Homes in older suburbs without new amenities may stay flat or even dip slightly in values. But there are a few zip codes that could explode in 2025, and most people are overlooking these right now. Be sure to stay tuned until the end, and I'll tell you more. So, if you're a buyer, now's the time to look at up-and-coming neighborhoods before prices rise. Areas like Raymore, Spring Hill, Kansas City, Kansas near the Unified Government developments, and the UMKC corridor are poised for long-term value. And here's a bonus tip. Ask your agent or me about new construction incentives popping up again in 2025. Builders are currently competing hard for buyers, and you can benefit from that. And if you're a seller, if you're in an area getting a nearby boost, hello, Bluhawk and DeSoto, 2025 just might be the year to sell at top dollar. But remember that curb appeal and light updates can go a long way to increase buyer interest. So don't forego those steps before putting your home on the market in order to get top dollar. And for you investors out there, keep your eye on multifamily properties near downtown and near Panasonic's footprint. And buying and holding in places like Liberty, Spring Hill, and Kearney could potentially yield strong long-term appreciation. And so I promised that if you stayed around until the end, I would let you in on some zip codes that could explode in 2025. And so here they are. 66018 in DeSoto, 64111 in Midtown Kansas City, especially the Westport and Plaza areas, 66221 in South Overland Park, and 64083 in Raymore. There's sure to be something to fit every lifestyle in one of those zip codes. Be sure to check out my other videos on these areas, as well as be sure to subscribe for future updates on these areas and other Kansas City suburbs. So, what upcoming project in Kansas City are you most excited about? Do you think these changes will raise home prices or bring new challenges? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And if you're planning a move in or around Kansas City, whether it's in 9 days or in 90 days, reach out. I'd love to help you find your perfect home in your perfect neighborhood at your perfect price point. Just call, text, or email me, or scan the QR code to schedule a quick Zoom chat. Let's talk about your specific goals. Thanks for watching Living in Kansas City. I'm Cheryl McCormick with the #1 Rob Ellerman team at Reese Nichols Real Estate. Hit like if you found this video helpful and subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a Kansas City update. I'll see you next time, and until then, stay safe, stay curious, and stay excited about what's coming to Kansas City in 2025.